Most people think the future is shaped by big decisions. A bold career move, a sudden opportunity, a moment that changes everything. But the truth is quieter than that. The future is usually decided long before anything dramatic happens. It is shaped by small, silent rules that guide daily choices without announcing themselves. Rules people follow without knowing they are following them. And by the time the results appear, it already feels too late to trace where things went wrong. The person in this story never thought much about wealth. Not because they didn't care, but because life felt busy enough already. They woke up, went to work, did what was expected, and told themselves that consistency would eventually be rewarded. They believed that if they avoided mistakes, things would work out on their own. They were careful, responsible, and patient. Yet beneath that calm surface, invisible rules were shaping their future every single day. The first rule was simple. Wealth grows quietly, but loss is loud. Every small expense, every moment of wasted energy, every yes that should have been a no felt harmless. Nothing broke, nothing collapsed, but nothing grew either. Progress was so slow it felt invisible. Over time, quiet losses added up faster than quiet gains. The second rule was about time. They treated time as endless, believing there would always be more later. More energy, more focus, more chances. But time does not disappear suddenly. It thins, responsibilities grow heavier, choices narrow. And one day, time becomes something you protect instead of something you spend freely. Another rule worked in the background. Comfort is not neutral. It quietly shapes ambition. When life feels stable enough, curiosity fades. Questions feel risky. Growth feels unnecessary. Comfort does not stop you. It gently convinces you to stay where you are. There was also a rule about attention. Whatever receives your attention begins to control your future. Worries repeated daily become habits. Habits become identity. And identity slowly decides what feels possible or impossible. Without noticing, their thoughts began to orbit around survival instead of growth. One rule was especially deceptive. Being busy feels productive, even when nothing meaningful is changing. Full schedules create the illusion of progress. But movement without direction only leads to exhaustion. Years can pass while everything looks active on the surface. Another quiet rule governed choices. Saying yes feels easier than saying no. Yes keeps relationships smooth. Yes avoids discomfort. But every yes consumes time and energy that cannot be recovered. Wealth often belongs to those who protect their no. There was a rule about patience. True patience is not waiting and hoping. It is choosing carefully and trusting the process. Many people confuse patience with endurance. They stay in situations that slowly drain them, believing that loyalty alone will be rewarded. Then there was the rule of comparison. Looking sideways distorts direction. Measuring progress against others creates urgency where none is needed, and doubt where none should exist. Quiet wealth grows at its own pace. Comparison interrupts that rhythm. Another rule whispered daily. Learning early feels unnecessary. Learning late feels urgent, but urgency limits depth. Those who learn early move slowly and clearly. Those who learn late rush and often choose poorly. And finally, the most important rule of all. Wealth is not built by chasing money. It is built by aligning time, energy, and values in the same direction for a long time. Money simply follows that alignment when it is allowed to. One evening, the person noticed something small but unsettling. Their days were full, but their future felt narrow. Not empty, just narrow. And for the first time, they understood that nothing was wrong. They had simply been living by rules they never chose consciously. They began to change nothing at first. No dramatic actions. No sudden plans. Only awareness. They paid attention to where time went, how energy returned or disappeared, what felt calm versus what felt heavy. Slowly, choices became quieter but more intentional. If you are listening to this, you may recognize parts of your own life in this story. That recognition is not meant to scare you. It is meant to steady you. Quiet rules can be rewritten. Not quickly, not loudly, but deliberately. The future does not arrive all at once. It forms gradually, shaped by what you tolerate, what you repeat, and what you protect. Wealth, in its truest form, grows the same way. Slowly, silently, while no one is watching. And perhaps the most comforting truth is this: the moment you notice these rules, they begin to lose their power over you. Awareness does not demand action. It only asks for honesty. And honesty, over time, changes everything.